green light.
If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do, tell me what to do.
Hello and welcome back to What's the Safe Word? I'm Amp, and today
If you want me to take over, just give me the green light, just give me.
this is from last year. This is not Pride this year, this is not live, this is an adventure from last year that I finally got around to editing. And so this trip, World Pride in New York City itself, visiting Stonewall, was by myself, but not intentional. So Chris wasn't with me, but that doesn't mean that he can't be with me now. Come on in. This is a weird way to bring you in here. Come on, come on. Do you know why you're here?
I don't. Am I going to be grilled?
So if you're new here, I'm Amp.
I'm Miss Christopher.
And this is our sex education channel that's got a few kinks. And today we're just watching a trip to Pride.
And I'm very excited because I haven't seen this yet. And you've been working very hard on it.
But you were technically in it for just a few seconds.
Was I?
Yeah, so I'm going to the international terminal, sir. Also, can you turn the air off?
I'm not an Uber driver.
I need you to drop me off at the international airport. It's the rainbow one. It's the gay one over there.
I'm going to drop you off at the dog pound.
Hey! 0 stars! And with it being so last minute, we couldn't get a trip planned for the both of us, but I was also representing as the current title holder of the Team Friendly.
Yeah, and I think you were sharing a room with 6 or 7 or 8 or 20 guys,
5
right?
people, 4
Daddy's a
people.
little too old for that. But I also wanted you to go experience this on your own, being your age and experiencing something as large as Gay Pride in New York, because I've done that and it's amazing and it's fun, and I just wanted that to be fresh and new for you.
Good job, International Airport at SFO. That's so pretty. Or you kick me out?
Yeah.
So easily, you just kick me out to the curb?
Yeah.
I'm going on a trip. But not just any trip.
Are you vlogging this?
No, I would never vlog something like this. Thank you for the curbside service.
Now get out.
The curbside, you know what curbside service is. Oh, I'm sorry I can't take you with me.
I know. That's all I find it great. You know, great time.
Kinda gay if you ask me. And I don't mean it in like the mean sense, I mean it in like the ironic, funny, it's Pride Month sense. What a great segue, speaking of Pride. Now I'm off to New York out of nowhere unexpectedly for World Pride, which is happening this weekend. And it sucks because I'm traveling coach.
Coach.
Did you get that one?
I got that one. You have so much baggage.
Well, I left some of the baggage at home. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Turns out the only thing available when you book a flight to World Pride in New York last minute is a red eye in a middle seat. Speaking of a red eye.
Now to find something to put me to sleep. Oh, okay. That works, I suppose.
I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York.
To New York City's John F. Kennedy Airport, where the local time is 8:52 a.m. On behalf of JetBlue, New York's hometown airline, and this New York City-based crew, thank you for flying with us today. For those of you from the New York City area, we'd like to be the first to say, welcome home.
God damn it. Just unlock.
New York.
Got off the plane and already ran into the people I knew.
This is a Howard beat. This train.
Even after little to no sleep on my flight, I am here, I am queer, and I am ready to, well, I'm ready for Pride. So the digs are a little small here, but we're gonna make it work. Welcome to New York. Now, Pride, I'm in New York with aviators on. I don't know that I can get more Casey Neistat. Do you know who Casey Neistat is?
Really? Why wouldn't who? Some YouTuber, I'm sure.
Pride is happening this weekend. And it's not just any Pride, it is the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, and it is World Pride. Now this weekend, Christopher is not here because I'm traveling with the Mr. Friendly crew. That's Stefan, that's Dave, that's a few other people you have seen and met before here on the channel. But we're here to do some events, to do some outreach, but also just to be present and seen here at World Pride. So you hear this terminology a lot, Team Friendly. It is an organization that's all about destigmatizing HIV, being a big proponent of PrEP, and just talking about safer forms of sex. You'll notice this in the video as well. This is my back patch. So it's a leather title. Your back pitch? Don't talk about my pitch that way. Now for me, Pride is magical in many ways. Much like Harry Potter, it involves coming out of a closet. So long as you can avoid those Hogwarts.
10 million points for Gryffindor!
And World Pride it's something that happens every year, and it always happens in one specific city that is super LGBT focused, and this year just happens to coincide with Stonewall at the same time. I couldn't think of a better city to be in for Pride. We're marching in the parade as a contingent of Mr. Friendly people, and it's a wonderful excuse to be in this gorgeous city. But before we get real started with this adventure, I want to tell my own story about Pride and what it means to me. I didn't start going to Prides until probably about my 20s, early 20s, because I lived a very closeted, very quiet Catholic school life until I came out in high school. I even remember the first time I heard the word gay. Being that it was religious school, I remember plenty of nights where I was praying to God to, you know, take away the gay, as if that's a thing. Spoiler alert, it ain't. But I think that was probably the most depressing time in my life that I've ever had. That is the only time I remember just openly crying about something that I couldn't do anything about. And I had a girlfriend at one point, but at the time I thought that I can just ignore it, I'll be fine, I'm not gay. And then hormones happened. Hello boys, goodbye Jesus. Although thank you for the training of my knees in church, up, down, kneel, stand. It helps a lot when you know, get active. And thank God for high school, because as soon as I got rid of my Catholic middle school upbringing and joined a public high school was when I could finally start to be myself, and was the first time I came out to someone. And it was after coming out to my friend that I felt more comfortable coming out to everyone else, because she reacted so positively. And a lot of friends were like, about damn time. But it was just that support and that unconditional love from someone I trusted that made coming out and made going to Pride for the first time possible. And with that long emotional tangent, I think it's time to explore the city a little bit. These guys should all be getting in here in the next couple hours, so I might hit the gym, I might take a nap, I might just settle before some crazy events that are about to unfold. So I came out to my best girlfriend in high school, and it was obviously an experience. Do you remember coming out to your first person though?
I came out much later. I actually was actively gay.
Is that your way of saying you're a top? Actively gay?
I was actively gay, yes. But the first straight person that didn't know I was gay I came out to was my roommate in college. And he took it, he was just like, I don't care. It made me more comfortable to come out to other people because I didn't get a negative reaction.
Yeah. And how people react is super helpful in that, because people are already in a very vulnerable state, and if you react positively, then it makes it easier for them in the future. So just be kind to people when they come out.
I remember being extremely nervous about it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and then I came out to my parents eventually as well, but only because they wanted me to get confirmed, which is this religious thing, and I was just like, no.
2 hours later.
And I'm back from the gym, had a wonderful workout, got some food, feeling pumped in all ways, shapes, and forms. There was a very cute guy taking selfies in the mirror. Just us, small room, tight shorts. But I just got a text from the boys. They're on their way. They're almost here, which means we're about to get ready for our festivities for the evening. Rule number 1 of Pride: make sure that you pack appropriately. There's rules.
Pack
of
what?
This. Exactly everything.
Okay.
But now that my shirt's all sweaty and it could use a little bit of color for tonight. Much better. Before I go down and meet the boys though, that's some awful artwork on the wall. I need to fix that. Much better. Plus I can take lots of tasteful nudes later with a nice rainbow backdrop. So you can just see it now and just be like, get home later and you're like, ooh, like this. Hey guys, welcome back to my gay channel. Who's gay on YouTube? Hannah Hart, no. Maybe, like, this could be us, but you playing. I don't know what that means, but I might be a little loopy right now based on how little sleep I got on that flight. It might also be the 1.5 Red Bulls, but shh. It's a few hours later, but everyone else is here. It is really warm outside and we are off to the Eagle. Here we go.
Oh, I have a GoPro.
We're just setting up, so it's still light in here, and I'm allowed to record things. I don't know how long that'll be the case, but we are at the Eagle in New York City.
The Eagle's my favorite bar in New York City. So that was the first place you stopped?
Yes, met the guys for dinner, and then we walked to the Eagle, which is this 3-story bar. On the upper floor, you can do smoking.
They got a smoking deck. That's what I like about the Eagle.
Unfortunately, it's also a very dark, very loud, and very sex-positive bar.
Why is that unfortunate?
Because I couldn't film it. Anyway, we were at the Eagle. We had a great time. And the next morning, I introduced the rest of the crew.
Prize other lounge.
Good morning, and welcome to the gayest hotel room.
I'm just gonna say it now, not Tyler Oakley. Because people are gonna think,
Including the name now.
You're welcome. No! We have Nick. We have Mike. We know Dave.
Hi.
Dave's been on channel before. And
Hello.
Mark.
Hello? Yes. How dare you? I'm offended. We are off to which center? The LGBT center here in the city?
Gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual center.
GLBT center. We're off to the GLBT center today. And we're gonna go set up some of our pride related things. Duct taping lots of things. Not people, I don't think. We'll see. But we're just getting our day started, and it's already very warm outside.
Oh, yeah. Well,
stuff.
we're at
Sweaty.
least air conditioning in here, but...
Nice, sweaty, yes.
Yeah.
Last night went really well. Great crowd, good turnout. Did you have a good time?
Absolutely.
Flagellating people?
I did.
So thank you to the Eagle. Now we're off to the GLBT Center to have some wicked fun. Wicked, because there's a theme for, you'll see. It is only Friday, but there's already lots of gays and they're all here in full force. I mean,
Yes. Some more full than others.
I'm sorry, what was that, Dave?
Some more full than others.
Oh my. Just because some of us already had some action this morning while the others were getting coffee. So Dave, why are we going to the center today?
So the center, awesome space, and
Okay.
we could rent a room so we can all actually meet, get away from everything, and it's really close to Stonewall. It's walking distance from Stonewall.
Okay. And today we're prepping a bunch of our costumes for the weekend.
Costumes and banners. We have very intricate banner frames. They're slight arced, so that
Would you say they weren't straight?
curves down.
Oh, curves down. That's the best kind. And while some of us got some wood this morning, others are just picking it up. We need some supplies for our banners. Has anyone seen the chains and rope aisle?
I know about you.
I mean, I need some good piping, but... So just be careful who you poke with that pole.
We found everything we need.
Hey Nick, did you say you're a top, bottom, or... switch?
I'm gonna go with switch. I like to keep it interesting.
Oh my god, there's so many colors. Would you guys say today's task is a pipe dream?
Pipe dream. Made it successfully to the center, but only carrying like the entire Home Depot run.
Where? Oh wow. What a cool room.
Sure it's locked.
What are you doing?
Opening the Keith Haring room.
Okay, let's go to Keith Haring.
Let's go in the Keith Haring room. Wow. This art is so cool. This is kind of sexual.
I don't want to be a dick, but...
There's there's some 69 going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of kinks in this room.
Watch it.
Here's our room.
This is awesome. Made it to the center successfully, and we're gonna start setting up our flags.
Lovely.
Yes, we do realize that they are curved. That's intentional, and you'll see why.
So much math.
Math!
Exciting.
Math!
Thank you.
Slowly more people. Okay, now everyone start getting your signage up.
We've got the banners, and we are off to Stonewall. Yeah! Now it seems like an appropriate time, more than ever, to talk about what Stonewall is, where Stonewall is, why Stonewall is important. One name that most people, sadly, don't always know, Marsha P. Johnson.
Say her name.
Marsha P. Johnson.
When I first came to the Stonewall, I was the only drag queen there just about. I said, honey, what do you think, I'm a boy or a girl? They didn't there, so let's go in.
Rule number 2 of Pride, know your history. Do you know your history?
I know my herstory.
So sad but true fact, many younger LGBTQ people still don't know or understand who Marsha P. Johnson is. So Marsha was a person that was credited for throwing the first brick at Stonewall, starting the riots and pushback against the police brutality that was happening at the bar itself. Marsha was a trans person of color. She called herself a drag queen. She was a sex worker and a sex educator to some, but she was well known within the community for being outright and a proponent for gay liberation. And Marsha was just one of the many people that was given the credit of throwing the first brick. Sylvia Rivera, another trans activist, was also there that night and was said to have thrown a brick, or maybe it was a purse, or maybe it was a Molotov cocktail. It was one of many nights that police raided the bar itself and would arrest people just for being gay, guys dancing with other guys. It was very targeted, it was very homophobic, and it was very much, we are tired of this and we are pushing back.
It was a time when gays were just tired of being treated like shit and being in the closet and being ostracized for it, and so they just couldn't take it anymore. And very similar to what's happening today, started a riot.
And whether it was Marsha or Rivera that you give credit to, at least for this instance, they both have their sides of the story.
My name is Sylvia Rivera, and I'm given permission to have this filmed. She was like a mother to me. Marsha was an icon of the gay movement. Marsha was known through the world. Marsha and I, we were the liberators. The street people and the drag queens were the vanguard of the movement. We're the ones that stood the forefronts and fought the cops off, and we're the ones that didn't mind getting our heads bashed in.
And Rivera's first-hand account of the interaction is unsettling, to say the least.
We lived in an era that was unreal. started being filed out and being, put into police cars, and guns had been drawn. Molotov cocktails were flying, and I'm like, oh my God, the revolution is here, thank God. And the movement started the next day.
Now, Stonewall was not the first riot that ever happened when it comes to the gay liberation movement or the gay rights movement itself, but it was the overall rage and the fervor of this specific event that started that slow movement that turned into a large kind of snowball going down the hill. And whether you credit Stonewall as the first riot that really started the movement or the Compton cafeteria riots in 1966, all a part of what Pride should be, which is fighting for our rights and remembering our history.
It was that era where we started to fight back and fight for our rights to be visible.
And after that, you saw the following year in New York City and Chicago and San Francisco and LA, you saw these gay liberation marches that just kept on going. But regardless of all of that, we still, to this day, will just continue to focus on who threw the first frickin' brick. So who threw the first brick?
Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
Or maybe Sylvia.
Sylvia, Sylvia, Sylvia.
That's not how that works.
Doesn't matter.
Right, exactly. I mean, we'll never know.
What matters is that it started.
So whether it was Sylvia throwing a Molotov or Marsha throwing a brick, even though Marsha got to the party late, which is so typical of a drag queen.
When I got downtown, the place was already on buying. Sylvia Rivera and them were over in the park having a cocktail. And we were in the street turning over cars and, oh my God, blocking traffic and screaming and hollering and everything. I was uptown and I didn't get downtown until about 2 o'clock because when I got downtown, the place was already on fire and it was a raid already.
The point here is that Pride is a movement. It's not about one single person, it is about a community that's been there from the beginning of this movement, has fought back, has fought for our rights, and to that, so quickly we forget, around all this pride and all these celebrations, the sex workers, the kinksters that have been there since the beginning, the drag queens, the trans people, so quickly we forget the other parts of the community just because we want to make it family friendly or profitable for corporations. As you look through the history and look through the old footage, leather men and leather women and leather people were there from the beginning. So every year when I see the kinksters don't belong at Pride, they're just having sex in front of children. Who? No, what? Kinksters are not at Pride to have sex in front of people.
And there's no one right way to be gay. It crosses different genders and race and how people live their life. And we have to be inclusive of all that.
But do you notice how, and even Marsha would call herself a sex worker because she did sex work, a person of color, a trans person, who was also a drag queen and sex worker, one of the first people to this movement is also a small minority of the LGBTQ community that quickly gets forgotten at these kinds of events.
Exactly. Or pushed to the side.
So instead of asking yourself if insert specific demographic deserves to be at Pride, ask yourself, what have they done for this community? What have they done to push forward our rights? And what have they done to help educate our community and be there for them? Because the leather community has been there from the get-go, has fought through the AIDS crisis, fought there with the Dykes on Bikes and the leather woman who supported the gays through this epidemic that did happen. And when we welcome corporations before we welcome the sex-positive people that have been there from the beginning, fundraising and educating, what does that say about Pride? Also, did you know that one of the colors of the Pride flag stands for sex?
Which one?
The pink one, I believe. If you were trying to gatekeep someone from being at Pride, you probably shouldn't be at Pride. But I digress. Let's get to Stonewall.
And get the back. One, two, three.
So you know how we have a bunch of signs? Well, they actually all...
Who's really gay out there can make these look right?
This, so tip, angle, 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 there we go. Now we got it.
I watch you on YouTube.
Sorry, just taking some footage. Absolutely.
Happy Pride.
Oh, it's gone. Okay, well, somewhere over the rainbow's ended.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, you're so good with that. Also, Lady Gaga was there. That's all I have to add.
Who's Lady Gaga? The singer?
Yes.
Oh.
Lady. What do you mean? Who's Lady Gaga?
I thought you were saying some drag queen was there.
No, Lady Gaga. Oh my god.
Say Pride! World! World! Yes! Oh my goodness, we're so excited to be here, and we have such an incredible lineup of speakers and performers tonight.
Please welcome our friend, Lady Gaga.
Happy World Pride! I have thought a lot about what I wanted to say to all of you today. It's been running through my head like a freight train. What is my intention? How can I inspire you? How can I inspire you the way that you've inspired me? How could I possibly portray my love for you? And the truth is, wow. You are the definition of courage. You welcomed me into your community. I denounce ostracizing people for who they are. Every race, every religion, every color, every age. There must be 5 generations here today, every kind. You are it. You were born this way and you're superstars. Happy Pride!
It is crazy out here, but welcome to Stonewall, the epicenter and start of Pride. Oh my god, the line goes all the way down the block. And they don't allow cameras or backpacks, so I'm kind of out of luck there. Pride pointer of this weekend, sunscreen. Don't sunscreen, just put it on. Especially when you're as white as...
Yeah, you can say it. White as me. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, spray it all over me,
Now, Pride events are special for a lot of different reasons. The people you see, the people you meet, the events. But Stonewall and World Pride had lots of little nuggets of not only information, but impactful protests that I didn't even realize were happening. For instance, right outside of Stonewall, as I was just kind of filming the crowd and getting some B-roll of just people having a good time, a Sylvia Rivera impersonator jumped onto a microphone out of nowhere and started giving her impactful speech from the 1973 march and ceremony that happened for Pride. A speech which she actually almost didn't give because the crowd was so not accepting of a trans person at this kind of festival, even back then.
Gay rights now! Gay rights now! Gay rights now!
Y'all better quiet down. I have been trying to get up here all day for your gay brothers and your gay sisters in jail that write me every motherfucking week and ask for your help. But do you do anything for them?
No!
Have you ever been to jail? I have been thrown in jail. I have lost my job. I have lost my apartment for gay liberation. And you all treat me this way? What the fuck's wrong with you all? Think about that. I believe in us getting our rights, or else I would not be out here fighting for our rights. Revolution now! Give me a G! Give me an A! Give me a Y! Y! A P! P! Give me a W! Give me an E! Give me an R! Power! Gay power! Louder gay power!
Thank you so much. Happy World Pride, everybody.
I couldn't figure out what she was spelling.
What? Well, that sounds like a personal problem, quite honestly.
It's like
G-A-Y
yeah, no,
P-O-W.
Well, then I didn't realize.
Case in point of listening.
I'm trying to listen. I'm trying. But I'm also trying to spell in my head. It's hard.
Are we allowed to go under?
No, you have to go over the rainbow, I thought.
Double rainbow!
Double rainbow, what does it mean? Triple rainbow? Oh my god! Rule number 4, rule 4? I don't even remember what I said last in the vlog. Rule 4, take lots of pictures. Or alternatively, have people take pictures of you. You can always prove you were at least at the event.
Just in case someone didn't know what I was doing here. I got a headband. I got head. I still have. Would you like some head, Daddy?
Yeah. Is this for me?
Cute.
Cute. I feel like Olivia Newton-John all of a sudden. Let's get physical.
Oh, I love Dua Lipa.
No.
It's gotten a bit darker. Still just as crazy. Am I cool now?
Yeah. You mean like a cool pose?
I don't know.
All you did was move your shoulders.
I don't know. I think that means we're done. We're heading out? We're heading out?
I think we are.
Okay. So where are we putting all of this signage? Anybody? Is there a closet we could put it in? Oh, that's offensive, I'm sorry. Tip 5, I think. Always bring food and snacks, because right now I am starving and it's not gonna be pretty if we don't get food soon.
Dave, we need food.
Dave. All in all though, the day was lovely. I don't think I got incredibly burnt. Hey!
Just so many amazing people. Just meeting people and people sharing just snippets of their story, just coming up and saying thank you. You know, thank you. I've been paused for so long. This is great to see. You know, just little stories like that.
That's why representation matters and is very important for these kinds of events.
We did it, guys.
Woo!
Right here.
Done with today, at least. Oh my god.
Supposedly there's going to be a thunderstorm at some point today.
Oh, really? At what time? I don't have an umbrella.
We've got a Love is Love banner, however.
Yeah, just use those as umbrellas.
Absolutely.
Not a bad idea, actually. Good morning.
Welcome to Central Park. We are live here today in the Central Park at Bethesda Fountain. No, there's not going to be any fallout. For a live wedding for Team Friendly. I can't think of a better way to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Stonewall and Pride than a nice wedding.
The grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the communion of the Holy Spirit. Seeing that these two gentlemen are duly married, I invite them to kiss your beloved.
Also, after this weekend, if I don't see another rainbow banner, I might be happy. Cheetos, flags, twirling gays? Yes, please. Okay, so Dave, explain flaggots so that people aren't offended.
Okay. Flaggot is a play on spinning a flag, being in a color guard member. So
okay.
We kind of like own that term because I was called a flaggot in high school. You know, trying to be derogatory because I had that rifle tucked so hard under my arm, like so that nobody would see it, and then they're like, "Oh, look at the flaggot," you know, and I was like,
Was that the only thing tucked? And it takes a lot of work.
It does.
I mean,
takes a lot of work to get 55 people to do the same thing. You know?
Seriously.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work to get like 2 people to do the same thing.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go.
And let me just tell you, some of those flagpoles I wouldn't mind twirling a lot. You'll see there's clear focus on some of the flaggers in this content coming up, and I don't apologize for anything.
Thank you, Flaggots, for a fun little demonstration of what we're not seeing because we're in the parade tomorrow. You guys are amazing.
Right.
The fact that you can walk like 5 minutes through a park and then you're completely in a city.
It's like that's
New York, you're crazy. I mean, did you even go to New York if you didn't visit Broadway? Hello, Times Square. So many people. Not near enough gay though. Oh wait, some wicked entertainment up there. Foreshadowing. Okay, yeah, we get it. Dave, love is love. You need to let it go. You need to let it go, Dave. It's, you're frigid at this point. You're frigid.
1 eternity later.
Okay, waiting here in the lobby. I think I might have just got a ticket for something tonight.
So what'd you get a ticket for?
Well, it wasn't Frozen, ironically, but this is the part where Stefan pops back up again.
Stefan?
You know her, right?
I know her.
Warning for anyone who has PTSD when it comes to fan clacking.
Oh yes, the sound of my people.
So Stefan might have had an extra ticket to go see Grace Jones on a pier, followed by lots of gays and drinking. I'm really not that disappointed with how the day's ending. Also, Stefan's here. We're happy Pride.
So Grace Jones, for those that don't know, is this impactful singer, songwriter, icon.
What I love about this, when I was at the Gay Games 1994, when I had the similar trip that you took last year, doing Gay Pride for the first time, I stumbled into a bar where Grace Jones was performing, and I hadn't planned on it. It was a really magical time for me. And so you going through that and seeing her perform kind of gave me goosebumps that you had this similar experience that I did.
They have a fucking ball pit. How many STIs do you think are in there?
Not enough, let me add one.
The hell is that? Is that just for people to take photos on? That is so unnecessary to take photos. Where'd the fan go? I don't trust you with that fan. Oh, thank God. I don't know how I feel about any of these fans. I'm not a fan. Jump in.
I shouldn't participate in any sport where balls are coming at my face.
But you have balls in your face all the time. Yeah, copyrighted music. Edit this out, me in the future. Okay. Editing amp here, as you can see by the editing glasses and a keyboard that clearly is not on. I also have no idea what's happening in this shot, so just, you know, let's just roll with it.
But put on like funnier music to him dancing. Go.
It's pretty on par for myself and Stefan.
Well, what's happening? Nightclubbing.
Should I be worried about interviewing you?
Why? I don't think so.
A reputation of, first of all, hitting someone in a London interview.
And? Is that all I've got to my credit?
Does that carry through to your sexual preference?
Well, that depends.
Or do you find women attractive?
I find women attractive. I think if I didn't, I wouldn't find myself attractive. I think one has to begin first with themselves and then go from there. And for me to say I don't find women attractive would be saying that I don't find myself attractive. I think like everyone else, I'm very much human, very much so. I just act the way I feel, and I've always felt a lot of the male of my family influence in the attitude. I mean, I lived with males all my life. It's not being masculine, it's an attitude, really. Being masculine, what is that? I mean...
Does that make you bisexual?
It doesn't make me anything. I think it's ridiculous trying to categorize people's feelings or saying what does one prefer. There's no comparison. You can do what you feel when you feel like it, you feel like it.
Someone got their Emerald City all over this towel already.
It's Pride Day. Let's get ready. Oh, also, Grace Jones was amazing. Life changing.
Before we go finish here, bring party to South State.
Mark's just like, whatever, looking chilling out. Everyone else getting ready.
Can you guess what our theme is yet?
We're the village people. Kidding.
I just got called Elton John.
You got called Elton John?
Spoiler alert, he's not Elton John. What's an Elton John song?
Yellow Brick Road. What's that song from they have?
Does he actually have a song called
Yellow Brick Road?
Oh my god.
Yellow Brick Road.
You're so pretty. Oh my.
Thank God, constant validation. That's exactly what I needed. We're almost ready. Everyone's getting into their wickedly cool outfits.
Green duct tape accessories.
So much green. Everyone's gonna be green with envy. I just heard the audible. Hey Mike, do you like puns?
No.
Would you say you didn't have the heart?
Look at his heart on.
So Mark, who'd you have to motorboat to get that? So we are all dressed up and in gear. Quite the crew. I'm incognito today. I love the U equals U details. Spot on. So what happens when you like twerk with the Ruby fanny pack 3 times?
Magical things that happen.
Oh. So are you already all lubed up? We are in full force in our gear and we are off to find the yellow brick road, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, is that why you're wearing gold shorts? Is that your yellow brick road?
Yeah.
Oh, our call time is not even until 3. It's about 1 o'clock and we're heading over there. I think the parade starts at noon. So we're still early as far as our time goes. What I really love about marching in these kinds of parades and just the way that cities kind of have to work around Pride is how they shut down streets. It's just such an interesting, surreal experience. So the way this works, people get to their contingent streets, so all these streets are closed off, and get staged. So we are currently walking all the way around the backside of our staging. So like right there, they're all staged and ready to go. Oh my God. So what a lot of people don't know is that these pride parades, you have to go to the staging before you even start marching, and you have to be prepped before that. And so we started very early, and as you'll see here, it very slowly.
It was very late, I'm sure.
Okay, we found our staging for our contingent. So we eventually find our staging area on this random street, and we are there for about an hour or 2 just getting everyone ready, getting everyone prepped, putting glitter on literally everything. Dave, that gets everywhere. What are you doing? Oh my God. Oh, so much glitter. Oh, it's everywhere. Ah, it's on me. Yeah, get that shimmer, daddy. You turn that tin boy into a tin man. I haven't even started marching yet, and I'm already covered in glitter. There's so much glitter.
So much glitter.
I think I know why. So much glitter.
At one point, does glitter start to melt?
I've got some bad news. We're not going to have a Wicked Witch of the West today. She's currently melting over on 4th Street. Oh well. Pardon the pun, but it's currently raining on our parade. We got to grab our stuff and find some shelter. It was supposed to rain for like 30-40 minutes today. So everyone find some shade. Oh no, you're going to rust. You got some lube?
I just heard you now.
The general shape of a rainbow is very complicated.
Welcome to
We're waiting there for long enough. At one point, we were just flat out told we're not going to be starting for another hour or 2.
Oh my God, you could have taken a nap.
I could have, but instead, I went and visited the leather contingent just right down the street.
We had a moment, so we are going to see the leather contingent. Oh my God, balloons! We love ballooning! Yes, balloons! Woo! Maybe they're into fisting.
Leather. Hi. Hi. Oh my God. I'm not filming this, I swear.
Oh, hi! So we went and said hi to some of the leather people. Of course, the second that we get there and start talking to people, we get a text that we're about to start marching.
Of course. Hurry up and wait.
But even being in a rush, it didn't stop me from getting a snack because we were standing out there all day.
See, Daddy taught you well. Food's important.
Section 4 is just moving up now.
But of course, we get back to our staging area, and then we're told again that we're delayed. And truthfully, while this was frustrating, I honestly think this was one of the more personable, touching, kind of real-world parts to our Pride experience, because it was just a bunch of people blasting music, dancing, and just enjoying.
It's the energy is high, and the crowd is together, and there's a real source of friendship and love and community.
And I think that's the real takeaway from Pride.
So did you go back to the leather guys?
No, instead, we multi-purposed those fucking rainbow banners and we started our own little dance party.
Oh, perfect.
Tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light. Just give me the green light. If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light. Just give me a sign. Just give me the green light.
If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light, just give me a sign.
We're moving! Oh my god! It's taken so long to move, we started our own party, and now the cars are moving. Hey, party's over, party's over! Hate to be that mom, but party's over! Here we go! Good job, yeah. Oh no! done. At least there's no other people cheering, so. Oh man, my feet are killing me, but we are all finished. What a day. Took quite a while to get started. But we had a really good team. So all in all, it was a friendly day.
Sorry. I was not paying
And what better way to end Pride than finding a random taco joint
and
sitting down for some food?
All for it. You are lucky I didn't go, because I don't think I would have lasted that long.
And I would have lasted even less time because I would have had to be putting up with him.
Yes.
From 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., all in all, it was a long day, but it was a ton of fun.
It looks so fun. I don't know if I would have had the stamina to do that as long as you did, but I know that the energy of being in the crowd and seeing the buildings and just having the streets of New York to yourself, celebrating Pride, that's such a high energy event. It's once in a lifetime.
The Red Bull helps too. In all seriousness though, I had a really good time at World Pride last year. I'm sad that we don't get to have a Pride this year, but I think the community is strong enough that we can still appreciate, enjoy, create our own prides in our own ways.
And it will happen again.
It will. So I hope that this was a nice escape for you, getting to see our trip to World Pride, getting to just see the craziness that went down with Team Friendly. But more importantly, I hope that you're having a good Pride. I hope that you're celebrating Pride in whatever way makes sense to you, and that you're staying safe and sane in these crazy times.
Even if you're dancing in your own living room.
Yes, even if you're stuck at home with your partner who randomly dances to music that you can't hear.
I thought you would edit.
Can you dance one more time?
I thought you would edit that music in.
I've already edited some of the music and I'm not editing more music. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us for this Pride vlog. I hope this was fun and engaging.
If you want to see him make more of these, ring the bell down below.
Ring the bell, but don't expect these long videos like this all too often because
this is a lot of work.
We can't go outside right now. So I have other vlogs. If you leave a like down below, maybe we'll get more vlogs. There's some interesting like behind the scenes of porn vlogs that I could be doing, but I've been busy with this. So don't forget that we are still selling our merch down below, raising proceeds for the Trevor Project for Pride Month. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a like down below. Ring the bell, subscribe.
Yes.
But regardless of if you are celebrating Pride at home, or with friends, or with family, always have a safe word, and today's safe word is...
Boo-boo!
Because... Yep. And we will see you guys next time. Bye!